But again, what I'm going to do is add on the equity percentage of implementing this active address sentiment indicator and golden ratio multiple strategy so we can actually compare. Now what we can see as I've added that on, there are periods of time where the realized profit of this strategy is actually lower than that of buying and holding Bitcoin. There's times when during the previous bull market, for example, we rallied far above the returns of this strategy. But that's not really where this strategy really outperforms. You see, the biggest influencing factor on actually increasing your profitability long term is limiting drawdowns, reducing losses, and compounding gains to the upside. So what we can see is if we scroll all the way across, it might be a little bit difficult for you to see. So what I'll do is I'll just add labels on here and I'll just move the data slightly so you can actually see. Oops, wrong button. If I just move the data so you can see the values that we're actually looking at, there we go. You can see that buy and hold 543% and this strategy 640%. So about a 100% difference. But I know you're thinking, I have to pay taxes on my gains. If I bought Bitcoin and held, then I'd never actually experience these taxes and maybe I'm not actually outperforming at that point. That's not a big enough difference. What you need to acknowledge is this green line is the realized profit. If we actually take into account the fact that we've been actively buying Bitcoin very aggressively on all of the dips through this bull market, we're actually still holding a lot of Bitcoin in unrealized profit. So if we add that onto the metric as well, then we can see this massively increases the profit percentage to over 865%, over a 300% outperformance. And again, this is just scaling in with 3% of your capital and actually selling 3% of your Bitcoin stack every time you get one of these signals. So it's an incredibly simple strategy to implement, but we can take this one step further again.